You can try to prove to them that you really like them. You can try to do whatever you can to prove it to this guy, right? And most of that is because they have been rejected most of their lives, and they feel like now, okay, since you guys are, interested in the nice guys, and now you need to prove it to us. No, sir, you're still the one doing the approaching. It's still up to you to put forth the effort.
Hi guys, welcome to Between the Sheets, where we take 12 years of marriage experience and give unsolicited advice to those who choose to enter our room.
So tonight we're going to be talking about nice guys. We like to talk about nice guys. We look on TikTok, we look on Instagram, look on all these social media pages, and someone always has something to say about nice guys. So we have a video that we found on TikTok. It's making its way around, got a lot of duets, got a lot of stitches. So y'all hop in right along with us.
The nice guys are coming, right? But because they have been rejected so much, now they're coming with this I'm the prize attitude, right? You can try to prove to them that you really like them. You can try to do whatever you can to prove it to this guy, right? And most of that is because they have been rejected most of their lives, and they feel like now, okay, since you guys are, interested in the nice guys, and now you need to prove it to us. No, sir, you're still the one doing the approaching. It's still up to you to put forth the effort. It's still up to you to show her that you are interested in her. That I'm the prize attitude, you're going to lose with that.
Okay.
You want me to start?
Hey.
Okay. So listening to the video, at first I was like, why can't everyone be the prize? They kind of are the prize in this season. Let social media tell it. There are no nice guys out there, so we talk about supply and demand. But I do see her adding the comments overlaid onto her video, saying that we're both the prize and whatnot. And I have to agree. Like, I get what she's saying to an extent, What? You looked at me. Okay. I get what she's saying to an extent, like, don't overdo it with the whole, well, I'm the prize now, prove yourself to me. It should be a mutual exchange. And that's how relationships should be anyway. It should be a mutual exchange. Nice guys kind of are a little bit of the prize, because according to social media, all y'all out there are not a lot of them, especially not the nice guy who also looks good and meets all of your qualifications. So they're a hot commodity, and it's not a whole lot of them. So am I saying that you need to go out and bend over backwards to prove to this nice guy that you're worthy? No, because then he's no longer the nice guy. He falls into a different category. A truly nice guy is always nice, regardless of what's going on. That's the reality of it. I think she's kind of trying to get at the point that nice guys are no longer nice. They're kind of realizing that, oh, I'm a hot commodity, and so they're changing a little bit, maybe getting a little bit cockier. This is all conjecture, I'm guessing here, in that regard, in what she's talking about as far as them seeing themselves as the prize.
Sounds about right. I do got a question for you though. What's with the air quotes?
The nice guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the nice. Don't leave my air quotes alone.
So, okay, before I get into my little spiel about her conversation, her content, or whatever she was just talking about just then, what's your definition of a nice guy? Because it seems like it's so many definitions of a nice guy, and
I agree.
From what I've been seeing on social media, it's always, if you have to call yourself a nice guy, then you're not actually a nice guy. All of you saying that you're nice guys aren't really nice guys, and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. So what's a nice guy?
I think historically, the definition of a nice guy has effectively been a sucker.
So is a nice guy and a good guy the same thing? Or
I don't know. I'm not, no.
No?
Because the nice guy ends up kind of friend zoned. The good, because you think about, so usually when we talk about the nice guy, just in general situations, you're talking about the guy that you can call when you need something, the guy that you're not really interested in. It's not the nice guys that we go after. We tend to go after the less than nice guys, the bad boys. So I think the definition kind of varies. To me, a good guy and a nice guy are not necessarily the same. A good guy is someone that I would date. This sounds crazy as I say it out of my mouth. But a good guy is someone that I would date. You're a good guy. You used to be a nice guy. I'm gonna call you a sucker, but you was over there in that friend zone.
what's the difference between the two? I'm gonna come back to that nonsense that you just said, but go ahead.
It is, as I say it out of my mouth, it doesn't make sense. But here we are.
Not that. I'm talking about me. But anyway.
A good guy is like the gentleman. He meets all of your qualities, and you're not having to give anything up. Like, he's attractive, he's financially stable, he's, respectable. He has a little bit of the alpha personality, not overbearing personality. Just good qualities in a man. His characteristics are there. He meets all of those ticks without leaving anything off. A nice guy does not necessarily meet all of those ticks. And a lot of times nice guys get the label as nice guys because they're less than attractive. You may hit all of those other characteristic ticks, but you're not the most attractive person. And so you're labeled, oh, you're a nice guy.
I'm wondering.
You're placating.
I'm wondering if you're going to get a lot of people or a lot of women agreeing with you on that.
I don't know. This is my personal experience.
I've never heard of a woman describing a nice guy as being a nice guy because he wasn't attractive, or that
not just because he's not attractive.
No, I'm saying that's being one of the reasons he's a nice guy. I don't know. I mean,
or he's too nice. Because I've dated a nice guy who was attractive, but he was a pushover. He gave no fight back, and so that pushed him into nice guy category too. Like, you're a super nice guy. You're an awesome guy. You just don't have a spine.
So I guess it would be safe to say that women aren't attracted to nice guys because they feel like they can.
There's something missing there.
So because they feel like they are, one, not going to be protected by that guy, or two, I feel like I can dominate this dude. You feel like you would be the one wearing the pants in a relationship. For
me, that is something that would have gotten you placed into the nice guy category.
That's interesting because on one hand, you think about it and you're just like, now why as a woman do you feel like in your head, I would be able to actually take this dude. I would be able to actually.
I mean,
to dominate
I could
this.
Take him, no, but if another dude came up, he could definitely get taken.
No, I'm saying, like, because you just said, or I just said, and you kind of agreed that when you have a thought in your head that I could probably dominate this dude in a relationship. I would be
physically dominate.
I understand that.
Okay.
I'm talking about mentally, and I'm talking about if he would be the one doing what I say do type of scenario if we were in a relationship. But wouldn't that be more of a masculine mindset? Like, why are you in that mindset in the first place? That's the question. And then on top of that, what got you there? Like, what got you to that mindset to where you think it's okay to feel that way just because a guy is not being overbearing or dominant in the situation? And now, whose problem is that? Is that his problem, or is that the woman's problem because you see him as a beta type of male? I hate using this terminology with beta, alpha, all this kind of stuff. But since it's hot right now, I'll just say it. So because he's a beta male, or you see him as such, that makes him unattractive, that makes him a nice guy?
So I'm speaking to a specific experience here. I am in no way an alpha female.
There's no such thing, but go ahead.
Whatever. I'm not a dominant female. Okay. That's not it. I want to be led.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. This particular person had no leadership, nothing.
How you know?
Because.
How long were you with them?
Off and on for like a year and a half.
How old were you?
I was young. We were young.
How old were you?
We were in high school going into college.
So in high school, right, going into college, what meter did you have to really gauge whether or not he had?
Not a huge one, but I could tell you right now that he was, I don't want to call that man spineless, but very much a pushover. Like,
What happened? What makes you say that he was a pushover? Like, what happened? Was
I don't
there a
want to give
situation?
like clear examples, because then he might.
That man ain't watching this.
You never know. He might be. He's a really nice guy.
Well, here's the thing,
Someone
right?
ruined him. But
No,
anyway,
Sir, if you're watching this, right? And whatever, if she gives a scenario that brings back a little memory in your head and it triggers you, I'm not gonna even say it. Just go ahead.
okay, I will give a made up example close to something that happened. Basically, situations where I ask to do something or just say that I want to do something and we do it, and then in the middle of doing that thing or after doing that thing, you're like, okay, do we have to do it again? Because I really didn't never want to do it to begin with. And then I'm like, well, I wasn't pushing you to do it. If you didn't want to do it, you could have just said you didn't want to do it. Like,
Couldn't he be just trying to make you happy?
I mean, yes, but
I mean, yeah, dog.
These
So you want him to be like, we're not doing that.
no, not necessarily.
And then at that point, you'll be like, this dude never wants to do what I want to do.
But it also can't be you're constantly doing things because I say I want to do them and not speaking up for yourself.
Oh, but sometimes you need to do those things, right? Huh? I can't hear you.
I'm not able to effectively express this the way that I want to, okay?
You could.
He never spoke up for himself.
Okay, with you.
Like there were situations that you learned about after the fact where he didn't want to do it, he didn't like it, he wasn't comfortable with it, but you never voiced that while we were in the midst of it or before that happened. And so I'm thinking that we're enjoying something together and you really don't want to do it. And I appreciate that you're doing something to make me happy, but at the same time, you're over here suffering in silence because you hate it.
Okay, so because he was doing some things that he didn't want to do to kind of make you happy, that made him, that sounds insane. I mean, I'm sad for him, you know, and
I'm sad for him too because he's a really, really nice guy.
I hope you have grown out of that. And,
he did grow out of it.
And I'm glad that you've made it out, sir.
Some woman ruined him.
Oh, so he had a villain origin story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another one.
He's a very, very, very nice guy. He really
Not
was.
anymore.
Like I can't. I said was.
That's sad.
I can't take that from him at all. He was an incredibly nice guy, very kind-hearted.
Hopefully
he was.
Hopefully he's done some healing from that, and he's.
I hope so. I haven't spoken to him in years.
Not a villain anymore. But I think we kind of got off topic.
Absolutely.
Because she was basically talking about, you know, good guys and them having the attitude of being the prize. Now, I don't think you should have the attitude of being the prize. That's not how you should approach the situation. But I can hear in my head a bunch of men saying, how is it that I am in low quantity according to most women, but I can't treat myself like I know my worth, like I am the or a prize? But it's perfectly okay for women to think that they are all the prize. Even the ones that are not up to par or deserving of a good man because they need to heal or they need to do, I don't know, whatever they need to do to, I guess, raise their, I don't know what word to really use without triggering people. Because, you know, soon as somebody hears value, it's going to be a fight. But obviously, when I say value, I don't mean value as a human. I mean what you're able to effectively bring into the relationship to help him help you. I mean, if you're not in a place that has a high value level in that respect, then do you really deserve to be in a good relationship with a good man? Flip that on the man. If you're not in that situation as a man, do you really deserve to be in a relationship with a good woman? It can go both ways. But the thing is this, you can't all be the prize.
Why?
No, I'm saying all women. All
Oh,
women can't.
okay. I thought you meant the two people
No,
getting into a relationship.
they will be a prize to one another
Yes.
if they are both good, if they are both worthy of one another. So in that sense, they will both be the prize. But if you've been rejected, as she tried to point out, and it's honestly, when I was watching it, it's weird because her tone didn't really sound like she was actually trying to, I don't know, be empathetic to.
That's why I said listening to her, it didn't.
Didn't register.
Yeah, and then you see the overlay, and it kind of okay. I see where she's going with it. But
You see where she's
yeah.
going, but I feel like she put the overlay there to kind of throw off the triggering of people because she knows her tone is.
It's almost like she's trying to bring them down a notch.
Bring who down? The men? Yeah. And she's definitely trying to bring those men down a notch. But the question also becomes, are they really approaching these relationships, these scenarios as if they're the prize? Or are you perceiving that they're approaching it like they're the prize? Like, are you projecting this on them because you feel like you're the prize? Like, ain't no way in the world you gonna be the prize when I'm the prize. And I'm sorry, in 2022, you saying that he's the one that still has to do the pursuing? I don't agree with that at all. And I don't agree with that at all because in 2022, no one knows if they can pursue you or not. No one knows. Most men don't know if they can actually pursue the woman or not. Because women, a lot of times, if you don't look a certain way, then whatever you say to them is going to be considered harassment. If you're a nice guy, like you said earlier, the nice guys that aren't attractive, then you borderline harassing her.
Not
And then y'all talking about apply pressure. Like, who do you want to apply pressure? Do you want the attractive, good man who you can't even know? You can't even tell whether or not he's good or not by his looks. Do you want him to apply pressure, or do you want the nice, good guy that's medium ugly to apply pressure? Like, obviously, I know
you want the guy that you want to apply pressure to know that he should be the one applying the pressure, and the guy that you don't want, he needs to know that you don't want him to apply the pressure.
But that's whack though, because every
it
woman is not using these cues that will let you know that, okay, it's okay to talk to me. Because nowadays, women have in their head that a lot of women, not all women, a lot of women have in their head that just simply being around a man, and especially a black man, being alone with him, being talked to in public by him is just simply a dangerous situation. And nobody wants to deal with that. I don't want to, if I was single, I don't think I would be approaching anyone simply because I don't want to be perceived as a predator. I don't want to be perceived as somebody that is going to bring danger to you. And I really don't want to get curbed. I just don't. I don't want to be in that situation. I mean, you're going to get rejected anyway, but a lot of times the rejection is a bit harsh. Nobody wants to deal with that.
Public embarrassment.
Right, public embarrassment. But I mean, for the nice guy, which again, I don't know what the definition of the nice guy is. I mean, in my head, I thought the nice guy was the guy that made it known that he liked you. He did things for you. And I mean, took you out on dates, made sure, I don't know, that you felt like he actually liked you. That was the nice guy to me. Not and
And that may be other people's definition of nice guy.
no,
It's
wait,
just different.
and also the guy that wasn't out here messing with a whole bunch of different women at the same time, and just trying to date you with intent. That was the nice guy. Now, it seems like, again, there are different definitions of what a nice guy actually is, because now, like I said, a nice guy isn't a nice guy anymore because women have deemed him to be something else. He's just not a nice guy, because those nice guys have called themselves nice guys. So if you say that you're a nice guy, you can't be a nice guy because I said that you're not a nice
I
guy.
don't understand that at all. So if I say that I'm a pretty girl, does that mean I'm not pretty because I said it? If I say that I'm smart, does that mean I'm not smart?
Well, see,
because I said it. I don't understand it.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but the difference between pretty and somebody saying they're nice is I can actually tell. I can look at you in my eyes and see whether or not you're pretty to
You
me.
can't see if I'm smart.
No, you can't see that, but I can hear it.
Not
Same-
necessarily.
I mean, if I'm having a conversation, you can't really tell that I'm nice just by having a conversation with me. From one conversation, I can tell if you're a ditz or not.
Maybe. People can fake it.
I understand, but pretty soon it's gonna start coming out. I guess just like with the niceness, but I think it would take longer for the niceness to seep away, you know. But I mean, I don't know. I don't really understand this whole scenario surrounding nice guys. It seems like it's quite detrimental to the relationships in society, especially in our community, that the nice guys get passed up on so much because they're boring. You don't have that little tinge of toxicity, and that makes everything exciting. Like that's kind of crazy to me. And I feel like let me backtrack. Not that I feel like, I think that if you're basing your relationship on whether or not this guy has a sprinkle of toxicity, I think that's more of an issue with you than them. And that goes both ways. Huh?
I can't disagree with
I
that.
mean, I don't, go ahead.
I get it to an extent,
Yeah, that's a problem.
to a very small extent.
Yeah.
But the peace, I don't want to be arguing all the time and fussing and fighting. No.
I don't know who would want that. I mean, there are some toxic men that would be like, man, I gotta have a little spicy chick. Nah, at some point that's gonna get real old, and you're not gonna wanna, continue that for long. But if I'm just a laid back, chill type of cool guy, I don't argue, I don't raise my voice, why does that make me boring? Why? Like, why would you want to have a constant toxic scenario? Why does peace scare you so much? Like, why is that frightening for y'all?
Because it's not what a lot of us was raised in.
Even with that, though,
It's outside of your normal, like,
I understand. So something,
it's ingrained in you.
so something must be wrong. I need something to be wrong at all times.
Be waiting for the other shoe to drop. But if it's constantly dropping, then you have, for sure it's coming, versus you get blindsided, or you feel like you're gonna get blindsided because you have this peaceful, tranquil situation, and you just like, man.
So you gotta
when is
self-sabotage?
Yeah.
That's silly.
Yeah. When is the boulder coming to knock me off
That's silly.
my cloud?
That's silly. So going back to what she said, I mean, yeah, we need to treat both parties need to be treated like they're the prize, but only when they are deserving of such. I'm gonna speak to the nice guys, the self-proclaimed nice guys, the good guys. If you find yourself in a situation and a woman is passing you up, if you're truly a nice guy, because those of us who say that we're nice guys, we really know deep down inside whether or not we're really a nice guy or not. If you find yourself in a situation where you just keep getting passed up, or you start dating with a woman and she's not looking at you as if you're the prize, then you need to chuck the deuces, because like nobody has time for the games anymore. And I mean, I wish women would prefer nice guys earlier on in their lifespan, instead of waiting until after they've had, their excitement with the guys that are medium nice. Like
Medium nice.
we want a large nice. We want the guy that's actually really nice. I mean, to me, the nice guy is the guy that shows forth that he can provide, he can protect, and he can actually love you the way that you want to be loved. I don't know why you would want to pass that up. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I married my good guy, not my nice guy, because those are two different definitions.
But let's backtrack, because you said I was a nice guy at one point.
You were a nice guy.
And no, I wasn't. Because I was in the friend zone. You think that's why I was a nice guy?
Yeah.
No. Not, because it would be one thing if I was in the friend zone, if I was just sitting there doing everything for you and not dating and all that kind of stuff.
You were still a nice guy in the friend zone, though. It doesn't matter that you were dating. You were friend zoned. I wouldn't expect you to be sitting there doing that.
I was a nice guy to somebody else, though.
You were also nice to me.
I mean, was I supposed to be mean? Was I supposed to be a jerk?
Sir, you used to come and get me and take me to random places.
I did.
You come all clean across town to take me to and from work, to and from school.
I did. We work for the same company.
No, sir, we did not.
And we
work for the same company at completely different locations.
Right. We work for the same company at completely different locations, but
clean across town from each other.
And you're saying clean across town like we didn't live in an extremely small town.
It doesn't matter. But to us, that was clean across town.
Not to me. But the other thing too is we were in the same class. You didn't have a car.
I could have caught the bus. Like I did for my other classes.
That would have been whack. We were friends.
I was not on the way at all. It was out of your way to come and get me. Yes, it was.
But true.
Yes.
But again, we were friends.
If I called you, you would stop what you were doing to come.
Nah, I don't know about that now.
You did on more than one occasion.
I don't know about that. Maybe like twice or something like that. But it wasn't what you think.
Okay.
But also, me being
you were a medium sucker.
Anyway, we were cool.
We were very cool. We were really good friends.
We were cool, but also I didn't have a lot of friends, especially when we came back home from college. I didn't hang around anybody.
Neither did
I didn't have anything to do. I was bored. You were the only college friend that I had in town.
My roommates were in town, and I didn't hang out with them. Sometimes I did, but I hung out with you way more than I hung out with them.
Exactly.
But we were still just friends.
Yeah.
I cherish that.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Because you're going to have people out here talking about, this dude was a simp. He was a simp.
He was a medium simp.
No, I was a small simp.
All right, he was a small simp, whatever. I love you, though.
Whatever.
Forever and ever.
Anyway, it's been a great talk. We're going to catch y'all the next time.
Please don't get it twisted. I'm very much in love with him.
As I was saying.
Throw that out there real quick.
As I was saying, it's been a great talk. We'll catch y'all next time.
Good night.
Peace.